It's time to cast your vote in our daily poll on LouDobbs.com. Here's today's question.
After months of holding the NBA and the media hostage, not to mention millions of fans, tonight we learn where LeBron James will be playing basketball next season. Where do you think King James will end up playing ball?
That's the poll question of the day. Go to LouDobbs.com and join your fellow Americans by casting your vote now.
Well, I want to talk about Warren Buffett and Van Jones, but first I want to talk a little basketball. Where does LeBron James belong? Cleveland, Miami, New York? What do you think? Chicago? Let's bring in our resident basketball expert, who is Slade, our executive producer, and sports analyst extraordinaire. Where do this is a big deal. This is a guy who's going to make, at least it appears, $1 billion. He's got, it looks to me like he's got obviously his choice. Why does he leave Cleveland, do you think, if he decides to do that?
Well, I'm not sure if he has much of a choice. Cleveland has a team in place around him that isn't exactly built to win a championship. He's a hometown guy, obviously, but he's made his love more known for Akron than Cleveland. So the whole hometown thing, I think, is a little overrated. But he has a chance to win a championship in Chicago,
Right.
which would be his best pure sports decision, to go to Chicago.
You think so? Why? Why is that?
Well, they got young guys. They got Derrick Rose, who's an under-23 point guard, who will be the league's next best point guard. Joakim Noah, Taj Gibson. They got a lot of pieces there. Now they just signed Carlos Boozer yesterday for a five-year, $80 million deal. Chump change.
Boy, it really is these days, right?
Yeah. These guys are all making $16 million a year.
Whatever happened to the salary cap? I still can't figure out how. Well, frankly, in any sport, I can't figure out how they manage that salary cap.
It's incredible. It's a whole business unto itself. Salary cap experts.
Well, you know what? And each one of them could get a job running the budget office for the state of California, the state of Illinois. They always they've got these requirements for balanced budgets. They haven't had a balanced budget in years. And they're all going into the sewer. I mean, I don't know how.
Yeah, you make more money working as a salary capologist than you do going to work for the government of California.
Well, you're right. God bless the private sector, huh?
What is that private sector you were just talking about?
It's where people used to work and innovate and be entrepreneurial.
Oh, okay.
And the government wasn't trying to beat your brains out every day.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard about that too much lately.
Just mostly it's a shadow of its former self right now.
So anyway, the rumors are Miami. That's the big news today, that it's Miami.
Well, how's the poll going? Because we've been asking people how it's going to unfold. How's it unfolding, at least on the LouDobbs.com site?
On the LouDobbs.com site, Miami at 32% is the leader right now.
Whoa! Some people think they're on the inside and the know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because apparently LeBron James rented 6 cabanas at the W.
That's right. Us Weekly is driving a sports story today. Isn't that incredible?
Well, and who was it? The reporting was in New York that he had taken a look at a $12.5 million apartment.
Yep.
The guy's obviously making a lot of head fakes somewhere.
A lot of head fakes. I would say ESPN is coming out just smelling like a rose here. You really do have to tune in to find out.
Well, I love the complaints I'm seeing from a number of the columns today, where all that terrible LeBron James, right? These sports writers. Oh, he's a whore. He's a selfish, nasty human being. He's a bad person, and each one of these sports writers is nothing more than a pilot fish swimming along the shark of his media-ness. How they can't understand they're living off this guy just as anyone would be, on the team.
Absolutely. There was a great quote yesterday, and I'm going to botch it, but it was something about how when sports writers are talking about how someone else is a narcissist and driving his own story, then you got a problem.
Well, the difference is people come to watch LeBron James play the game of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's coming to see the sports writers write.
That's true.
Nobody's coming to hear their whining. No one is coming to hear their, just their petty resentments. about their relationship with the luminaries of sport.
Yep.
Because without those LeBron James folks, they don't have a job. Without the sports writers, LeBron James still has a job,
yes,
and he can still jump 20 feet in the air and do a pirouette over the basket and whatever that is.
So my money's on. I'm going to put my money on the hometown Knicks here.
Really?
Yeah, they seem to be. They were at the bottom of the list earlier in the week. Then they all of a sudden yesterday were at the top of the list with the MSG stock going up 6%.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Think about it. You got what was it? People you said coming with the story on the six.
Us Weekly.
Us Weekly. Well, they wouldn't like it if I said that. No. Us Weekly. With the story on the Miami W, the Cabanas, 6 of them being rented. You got them driving a sports story, and at the same time, you've got LeBron James moving a market, or at least a significant stock within that market.
It's absolutely incredible.
And you think it's the Knicks, huh?
You know,
are you homering?
I'm a little bit of a homer, but I think Miami was a head fake, and as you and I talked about earlier today, I just can't see a guy of LeBron James' caliber pushing that help button and saying, I need to go to Miami where they already have Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
Yeah, I think this is a great point, and because the Heat has already, who is it?
Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
So you got Wade and Bosh.
Both max guys.
And max guys, by the way, that means they're taking down a lot of money from the salary cap and it'll blow up. How's that for an interpretation of max guys?
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you think it's unseemly?
I do.
for LeBron James.
I really do.
To go to them.
I just don't think he goes to an established
begging
team
for their help.
Yes. I just don't see it. But New York, he's got the chance to be the billion-dollar superstar, and I think tonight will give us a better view of who LeBron James is as a person than a sports superstar.
Yeah, there's no question that if you want to make $1 billion, you better start out in one or two markets, and I think really that's not true. You really need to be in New York.
Absolutely.
Although a fellow by the name of Michael was never in New York, was never in L.A., and did okay in, well, it's only the number 3 market in the country.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like he was in Oklahoma City.
Yeah. Oklahoma City. The star there is?
Kevin Durant.
And Kevin Durant doing his deal and looking like the class of the NBA.
Absolutely.
We're coming right back. We're going to talk politics and economics. Yeah, the good stuff. Next. Stay with us.